talking about God of Clocks, which is the sequel to the book I did last week, Iron Angel. And actually, overall, I really enjoyed the book. I was reading some reviews on Goodreads, and it seemed like a lot of people thought that it was the weakest book, and I actually have to disagree. I really thought it was the strongest of all the books. I didn't like the cover, not gonna lie. It's not as cool as the other two, which kind of draw you in, but I guess if you're, 2 books deep already, then I don't feel you need a good cover. I also don't like the title all that much. I almost didn't buy it, but I knew I wanted the complete trilogy, because that's who I am. Even if I hate a series, I have to own all of them. Unless there's like 20 of them, and I hate like the first 3. But things I didn't like about the book is there's a couple of unresolved character endings that seem to kind of contradict the entire parameters he'd set up in some of the stuff that he'd been doing. Basically, towards the end of the book, there starts to do some time travel, which I bet you never would have guessed from the title, God of Clocks, right? But they start to do some time travel, and they set up rules, and the rules, for the most part, make sense, and it's fine, and whatever. It basically, like, you have to go back in time to stop yourself from having a paradox. If you met yourself coming forward, you have to go back to make sure that you meet yourself coming forward, right? So kind of part of you is always stuck in a loop. But the rule that he set up is that if you are going through and you go back in time and you change something in the timeline, it doesn't change the reality in which you're already living. It changes, or it just branches off into a new reality, and that reality is very frail and will decay and has all sorts of problems. But some of the character endings seem to imply that stuff just changed just because. No real reason is given. There's a couple of loose ends that are set up. Mina, who I was talking to you about with Iron Angel, she starts to do some really messed up stuff, but she does it for a good reason, but they don't tell you, like, it seems like her reason should have been better, like she had a better reason, and it's never explained, it's just kind of implied, but the reason's not even implied, it's just implied that she had a better reason, and that, I was kind of disappointed in. And then Rachel, who's one of the main characters throughout the trilogy, also just has a couple loose ends. She has to go back to stop herself from doing something, to stop this cataclysmic event. You're never told what the cataclysmic event is, and it doesn't actually seem like what she did changed anything. And so that, I was kind of like, but come on. And it didn't actually bother me till a couple hours after I finished the book, and I started to think about what I was going to say for this video. So, but overall, I liked it. Good things about the book, it was a strong plot. The weakness and the loose ends come towards the end. He's not great at endings, it seems. The last maybe 50, 60 pages is where he starts to kind of start something new without finishing it. It kind of seems like there's some missing chapters there. But overall, like I said, it was good. The characters are still awesome. I still enjoyed all the characters I enjoyed in Iron Angel and in Scar Knight. You see more of Dill in this one than you did in Iron Angel. And in Scar Knight, well, no, in Iron Angel, not in Scar Knight. Scar Knight, he's the main character. But it was good. The plot is strong. Like I said, other than the last 50 pages, the characters are likable, and it moves really fast. I was really happy with the pacing because I couldn't put it down. I'm trying to read a book a week, so I set a number of pages I have to read a day, so I can get, in 6 days I can read this many. I can read, however many pages. And I was frequently passing it because I was really invested in what was happening. I liked it a lot, and I do recommend that you pick it up. Obviously, if you picked up Scar Knight or Iron Angel from my last review, then you're going to want to pick up Scar Knight or God of Clocks, because it ends on a cliffhanger. But I do recommend you read the trilogy. Overall, I really like the trilogy. Scar Knight is still probably my favorite, even though it is the weakest of the trilogy. I know that, and you don't even really have to read it to read these two. But I enjoyed it, and I hope that you pick them up, and I hope that you like it, and I hope you find some good books that you like. Bye!